Anyway, Hobbs is back.
Hobbs is back.
This is a spoiler alert for the latest Fast X movie. It's not doing super well in the US, but it is still doing okay overseas, which is like the opposite of The Little Mermaid.
All right, okay.
Which is, domestically, as in the US, is still holding pretty well. Anyways, here's an official...
I forgot we watched that.
Yeah, we watched it.
It's great.
Last week or the week before.
That's great.
Or last year. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. This is via Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson himself. He said, the next Fast and Furious film you'll see the legendary lawman in will be Hobbs' movie. That will serve as a...
Which will be... That's the tagline on the poster. This will be Hobbs' movie.
This will be Hobbs' movie. That will serve as a fresh new chapter to set up Fast X Part 2. So Fast and Furious 10 Part 2.
Okay.
So this is
going to come out in between.
Yeah.
The 10 we just saw.
Yeah. And then
the
there's
next one.
And then there's going to be, so that'll be, we saw Fast X.
This is a disaster already. I hate this.
Shut up, Mason. Just enjoy this big movie.
Okay. You know what I think? Guillotine him. Guillotine the Rock.
You know what? I think you're right.
Let's wheel out the biggest guillotine we can find and give it our best shot.
Do you want to test it out to make sure it works, or do you just want to put someone in it and see what happens?
That is testing it out.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Fast X, which we just got last week.
Uh-huh.
Then we're getting Hobbs spin-off.
Okay.
Then we're getting Fast X Part 2, and then Fast X Part 3.
Okay,
and maybe even something in between.
Maybe something in the middle.
Yeah,
oh, my
so
God.
There you go.
Yeah.
He said, last
Gal
summer...
Gadot, the submarine captain.
Oh, my God. All aboard.
Fast and Furious presents Captain Gal Gadot.
Last summer, Vin and I put the past behind us. I don't think it was last summer. Yeah, I think it was like a month ago.
I also think that, yeah. Because if they did it last summer, they would have had time to integrate his story into the movie.
Yeah. We'll lead with brotherhood and resolve and always take, which I guess means they're in the same movie, but I don't, maybe not.
Maybe not. Also, this isn't a Hobbs and Shaw sequel. That ship has sailed, apparently.
That's exactly right. And he said he always take care of the franchise characters and fans that we love. I've built my career on an audience-first mentality, and that will serve as my North Star. I just think that could be disputed, that audience-first is the thing that he's doing.
I think in a manner of speaking it is correct, but what he's spun is I don't take any risks. He's spun I don't take any risks in my career because I did that a couple of times. It didn't work out financially, so I'm not going to anymore. Yeah, well, I don't even know if that's the reason why he's not taking any more risks, and we'll talk about it. But THR has said, like you mentioned, it won't be the Hobbs and Shaw sequel, and it's not Fast 11. Think of it more like Fast X.5. I won't.
We have to.
I don't. I'll avoid it for as long as possible. I'm going to kick that can down the road for as long as I can.
So I guess that's the next one, right?
Yeah.
If this happens,
and that's a fast turnaround.
Boy, is it?
Just knocking this out, are we?
If they film that, it could technically kind of be out by the end of next year. If they with the writer strike, probably unlikely.
Now, here's a bit of news, James, that I think you might have something to say about.
I've got more news, but
you probably. Oh, okay. Carry on then.
Well, then we'll come back to your news.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is via the Hot Mic podcast with Jeff Snyder and John Roca, who have said, I'm hearing that Dwayne Johnson is having trouble getting greenlit after his last couple of movies, which are Jungle Cruise, Red Notice, and Black Adam. And
we should get greenlit after this, James, if we're in our grub era.
Guillotine. It's a crime.
Oh, no.
And so basically, he's forced to go back to this character of Hobbs and do the Fast and Furious franchise. And the thing that doesn't bode well is that this individual who they heard this from is also saying that Red 1 is not good as well. That's the one where he's Santa Claus with Chris Evans or something.
Oh, yeah, right.
Whatever. Probably also Ryan Reynolds.
Here's another bit of this is unrelated to the other bit of news that I had. But isn't Vin Diesel feuding with Jason Momoa now or something? Supposedly,
I've got all that here, but we can do this in between. But just quickly on this,
yes,
as I've said before, like I've mentioned this, like he doesn't have any iconic characters, and that's why he's going back to this.
Yeah.
I know people have also said, well, his wrestling is, and I would agree with that if I've watched any of that, which I haven't, but. That's probably
his iconic cooking.
Yeah. I think you just need to strip it back and do something like small and good and get a really interesting director and writer or whatever and build something from there. Like Keanu Reeves and John Wick. Just make a really successful franchise like that.
Just do that.
Easy.
Just a beautiful looking, just amazing action.
Now we're going to get bloody Hobbs Wick or something. You know?
Yep.
Just a man steamrolling everybody, never getting hurt. It's just not
oh yeah, that would be it.
The goal.
They'll be like, well, this is. And
just to be like the legendary lawman. let's be serious.
Yeah.
Let's be serious with one another.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably not even his most legendary lawman that he's played.
How about this? Hobbing Tall. We team up Hobbs and whatever his character's name was in Walking Tall, the guy with a bit of wood.
Mr. Tall.
Mr. Tall. And they're brothers.
Yeah, they'd have to be brothers.
They're brothers.
Yeah.
Or they're unrelated. They just look alike.
That's fine.
That's fine too. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Yeah, nobody's listening. Nobody will be listening for the first 10 minutes. So it doesn't matter.
I think he will, he's a very good chance that he'll be back and he'll be, on top of the world again. But I don't know whether Hobbs is, who cares?
Yeah.
Is my point. But it could be great.
Yeah.
Because movies, every now and then you watch a movie and you go, wow, that's right. Yeah. This is what a good movie looks like.
That's right.
I forgot.
Yeah. I feel some other people would have, that would be a more common experience for them because they don't see every movie that comes out.
You're probably
They don't go to the movies upwards of twice a week and be like, this is bad. But I have to talk about this. I mean, nobody else is going to. We're going to get a lot of feedback that's like, I didn't watch this.
Well, we did.
Not this week, obviously.
No. No, there's been some good stuff this year.
That's true, yeah.
Anyways, you have a bit of news before we do the beef.
Well, my bit of news, and I think maybe this is probably, you may have already discussed this on your less popular podcast, Suggestible.
Yeah, less popular, but very good.
But just for the people out there, we know some of our listeners are, and just like that, heads.
Oh, Mason, I cannot wait to bring this up.
Oh, yes.
We have not brought it up yet.
No.
It feels good to be right.
Oh, yes. So big revealed is that I'm only bringing it up because of the circumstances I think are quite funny.
Yeah.
Kim Cattrall is returning for the new season of And Just Like That, the Sex and the City.
We did a spin-off podcast.
Yeah, I remember that.
First season.
Anyway, she swore she would never return because there's bad blood between her and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yep.
But she is returning, and it's going to be right at the they've just revealed it. What I love is they just this is what it's going to be. This is exactly what it is.
Because otherwise you build up people's hope. If you just she's returned, people are going to be like, to do what?
But they're like, no, it's right at the end. It's one scene. She's going to be on the phone to them, and she's not going to film with them, and she's not going to film with the producers. They're just going to, I think they just went, we'll bring you in. You'll be in and out in 2 hours, and we'll give you $1 million.
I think so too.
She went, okay.
Yeah,
They probably went, you know what? You hate everybody on this show, but the fans love you, and they thought your character was great, and blah blah blah. And there'll be a big positive reaction. And she went, fine. I'll do it.
Wait, let me finish. $1 million also. Yeah.
You'll get $1 million.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what.
And
happened.
she'd be like, "We're factoring in traffic, right? We're factoring in LA traffic.
We're filming it at your house, but yes, we can factor in traffic."
Okay. I'm very excited for this. I'm not going to watch it, obviously, but
no. Well, do you think that signals the return of her for And Just Like That season 3 though? As on the reg.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're going to sound.
I think she's going to be like, I'm defusing a bomb here, guys, and I don't think I'm going to make it. I just wanted to say I love you, but I'm not saying your name specifically. I'm just saying I love you guys.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Now, so the reason you bring that up is because Claire and I talked about it, and I have said since day one, and I played it safe.
Since day dot.
I said there's a very real possibility that she will return, and I was like, because of money. Yeah, and Claire was like, no, because she said she never would, etc. Principles.
She's basing it on principles, and you're basing it on money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I think you're absolutely.
I didn't even say definitely. Right. All I did was I left the door open slightly. I didn't even I win either way.
Yeah,
because I never 100% committed to it.
No, that's true. That's the way you got to do it. You're gonna be very sneaky.
Anyway, tune into Suggestible this week on Thursday.
You're gonna rip it.
Because I'm gonna absolutely fucking rinse Claire.
That's a bit of sizzle, isn't it? That's great.
Mason has the guillotine ready as well.
Right. Yeah, that's right. This is the Sex and the City equivalent of a Hobbs returning or a Paul Walker returning. It
totally is.
Like, this is it. Nobody thought this would happen.
Yep. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mason, this is via Radar Online, and I just want to point out, and this has been reported by most of the major outlets, that this is very much a rumor.
Oh, yep.
And there's a very good chance that this is not true. Okay, so grain of salt.
Okay,
Mason, take your grain of salt.
Okay. It's got a tiny little guillotine.
Yes, and it's cyanide.
Yeah. All right, but this is about Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Well, bearing in mind, of course, that a lot of the vicious rumors about the Fast and Furious franchise in the past have also been true.
That's true. But some rumors are not true, Mason.
True.
So sources revealed that Desperate Diesel. This is mean. This article. That's what I love about it. Also.
I just hit record on the backup recorder.
I just hit record on this one.
Oh,
so we're doing really well.
So it's synced up. That's terrific.
Sources revealed that Desperate Diesel is unwilling to accept that
I like that name.
Yeah.
If he was running against Trump, that's what Trump would call him.
100%.
Yeah.
He's the king of Sting, mate.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah. Is unwilling to accept that he might have played a role in the poor reviews and is throwing Momoa under the bus, even though Jason is one of the few aspects of the film that critics praised. Vin is embarrassed Jason is being branded as the only bright spot in the film and stealing his thunder in the franchise he built himself, said a source. Inside said the strongman has been telling friends Jason's overacting and scene stealing undermined his movie, which drew a wimpy 57% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but still opened to a strong box office, somewhat. Wow. Vin has reportedly already put the evil eye on his new co-star, who joined the franchise at an estimated $5 million salary to play flamboyant villain Dante. Sources said Jason has become aware of Vin's bad-mouthing. Jason knows he's the flavor of the moment, and Vin's jealous of him, said a source. But he doesn't appreciate Vin trying to poison the public against him. This has the potential to be Hollywood's next biggest feud.
Oh.
What do you reckon? Not about whether it's true.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can say that. I don't care.
I think it is. I think it's true.
He is the highlight of that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is way worse without him.
It's
by like 80%.
Yeah.
And it's not even great, even with him in it.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, he's going to have to at least appear in one more movie.
Right. So unless they knock him off maybe they knock him off in the new Hobbs one. Or maybe they kill him in the next one and then Charlize Theron's character's like, I'm back. And I'm back and mean again.
I'm back and I'm mean and I'm bad. And I got a bad haircut again.
That's right.
Like I used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Just here's the thing as well. If you watch Vin Diesel in like an interview or a red carpet or his weird face
in a red carpet,
he's wrapped.
He's been rolled up. Yeah. He's rolled up in it by bullies.
Yeah, that's right. Or like his weird Facebook Live stuff. He does have more kind of life and character and jokes, and he's more interesting. As a personality.
And he doesn't do the voice.
Doesn't do that. Well, you watch him in his movies, and he's just looking at monitors, being like, "Oh, but whatever." Like it's as I mentioned in the review.
Sorry, what was that, Dom Toretto?
I said, it's boring. He needs to like talk to people and be more charismatic.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Like these movies aren't as big as they are because of him.
Right.
He is a factor.
Yeah.
And I think like the marketing definitely from him even personally, because he's like got the biggest Facebook following of anything.
He's got the biggest face of anyone.
He might have the biggest face.
And also, but I think he's committed to the character. Like as much.
Yeah, well, no, you're right.
As much as we make fun of him for lots of things, I think when he makes a movie, he wants it to be
gruff guy,
and he's committed. He's like, I can't break character. I can't change this guy's arc now.
Yeah,
because he's always talking about fancy movie makers and so forth.
Yeah.
He's always talking about...
It's like, this is just like a Coppola or whatever.
Exactly. He's like, this is
Star Wars, actually. Which is it? Is it Coppola or is it Star Wars?
It was so Fellini-esque when the big bomb
right.
rolled into Venice or whatever,
Well, that is true, that one, though.
Yeah. But so I think he's like, well, I can't... If I want to remake this character, I'm going to have to give him a big life event to make him become jolly.
Or brain transplant.
Yeah. I'm willing to give him a brain transplant.
Anyways, how do you feel about at least, and I say at least, 3 more of these movies?
I would love 3 more of these movies.
You would love it,
I'm still on board with these. I'm back on board with 10. I didn't love 9.
Yeah.
But, once again, it's not my money.
It's interesting. That's right. But it's interesting when you've got...
I mean, it's my $20 of the bloody...
$20, you bloody wish, mate. But it's interesting that there are all these interesting people that they bring into it, and yet they don't all stand in the same room together.
That's true, yeah.
And I think that's the key to a movie.
Yeah.
Maybe have your actors be in the same space.
Room, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not the only thing, but it's one of the things.
Yeah, I think probably Orson Welles, if were he alive today, he might suggest that to Vincent Diesel.
Yes, exactly.
You might be like, have you the same room?
Yeah. You're right. That might be what he said.
Yeah.
And I know people have said...
I was Unicron,
We know. I know people have said... like crossover with Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
I say don't.
Oh, yeah?
I know there's been rumors that they're going to do that with G.I. Joe. I think that works better. I don't want... like, the worst aspect of the Transformers movies are all the people in it. And I don't want these fucking people in the Transformers movies.
All the worst people.
Right. Characters, I just want to clarify. Characters. Yeah.